If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others.
Grab your popcorn and sit back.
Jump the gun. Oh, no, give me more than that. Okay, go this way. That was dumb. We are.
How could I tell you when nobody wants to? Your fatal words I will choke.
Happy Thursday to everyone in the sports universe. It is September the 22nd, 2022. This is the AM Drive on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. For Aaron Crouch, I am Michael Carvello. Say, what's going on, Aaron?
Not much. It's good to be back. We between no show and on Wednesday, which was yesterday, and me being busy on the first half of the week. It's my first show of the week. It's like feels weird. It feels like I've been on a vacation, which unfortunately I was not. So, but it's good to be back for college football preview and betting, and of course NFL preview and betting tomorrow.
Before we get into this, did you see NFL Week 2?
Did I see NFL Week 2? Yeah, I caught most of it, I would say. It was another wild week. You know, the Jets get a win. We got, I know you probably want to rip that. You were, how you feeling, man? How are you feeling?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked.
The good thing is you're second place in the division. Tied for second.
I'm glad you asked, okay? I have a stat that I found via NFL Next Gen Stats, because there's a lot of talk on this Colts Nation Facebook page, which is just a cesspool, right? I mean, just these people, I can't believe you guys we got rid of Carson Wentz. Fire Frank Reich. Matt Ryan's terrible. Okay, I found this stat from Week 2. Again, via Next Gen Stats. The leading receiver, like the guy who had the most separation on Next Gen Stats, like every throw he got, was Paris Campbell at 2.35 yards. Everyone else was under 2. That's the Colts receivers. The average for the league is 2.91 yards, by the way, of separation. For the Commanders, because, Carson Wentz is so much better, every last player besides Terry McLaurin had at least 4 or more yards of separation. Come on, man.
Okay.
Matt
what does that have to do with it?
Who was he throwing to? Ashton Doolin?
But why are you comparing this entire season to Carson Wentz? I mean, you should really – the Colts fans and players, and of course I would assume the team, they got to move on, man. Like, you cannot compare this season to Carson Wentz. Otherwise, this season will be a disaster. Like, how about we look at the fact that you got shut out by the Jaguars? You haven't won there in 8 years now.
Doug Peterson is really making Carson Wentz look good. Can we be fair about that? No. Trevor Lawrence.
Whoa, wait. Hold on. I was like, hold on a second. I think Matt Ryan's making Carson Wentz look good.
Yeah, right. I mean, can we talk about how the defense has not had Shaquille Leonard in the first 2 weeks and has completely been destroyed by both teams in the first half? Penalties, that
tough.
matters too.
It's what is going on, because the calling card was supposed to be the offense here. And I know that you've had your rants and raves here with the Colts, and it's the good thing. The good thing for the Colts right now is that they're not 0-2, because that is almost a recipe for disaster. Like, there's 5 teams right now that are 0-2, and I'm not sure any of them are going to make the playoffs.
Ooh.
I mean, look at it. Who do you think would make the playoffs?
Not the Titans, because, I mean, they are bad.
The Titans aren't great. Cincinnati and Las Vegas. And look, I'm a person who thought Las Vegas was going to make the playoffs. You can't blow games like that. You can't blow games like that with 20-point leads. What was it, 21-point lead or something like that? It was whatever it was, 20-7, I think it was, 13-point lead, whatever it was. Point being is you were actually, I think it was more than that, 23-7, whatever it was.
And you saw, of course, Tua went 3 for 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game for the ages. I mean, wow, what a back and forth contest. And it's a shame someone had to lose that game. Really, it was.
Lamar Jackson rushed for 300 yards and 100 yards, passed for 300. Sammy brought up a stat that he was the first guy to ever have a 75-yard pass and rush in the same game,
Right.
and they
Touchdown.
lost.
Yeah, you have to, if you're going to crap on Tua, you have to give him his praise when it's due. And I'm not a guy who crapped on Tua. I'm just saying, like, 6 touchdowns, however many 100 yards. I think he threw for almost 400 yards.
470, 469.
He threw for 469?
Yeah.
He threw for almost 500 yards. Wow. Impressive. You have to give credit where credit's due.
I've been saying, because, Tyreek Hill, remember he was singing his praises and now there's this high expectations for him. Tyreek Hill's got 19 catches in 2 weeks.
It's pretty damn impressive.
All the games I want to get to with you real quick are, obviously, we did say Bills and Titans. I mean, to me, that was just a great all-around win by the Bills.
That was an annihilation.
Eagles, Jalen Hurts looks incredibly comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Justin Jefferson has a bounty out if he doesn't get targets in the second half, because I've never seen a guy force feed a dude who's being shut down, and Kirk Cousins on Monday night would do it.
That was I didn't catch the whole game. That was the later game, I believe, wasn't it? I didn't catch that whole. Him.
Darius Slay, like, why are you throwing? What is Adam Thielen? I believe caught all 3 of his targets. What are we doing? Force feeding Justin Jefferson the ball on the 2 picks and 5 pass breakups.
Well, sometimes Kevin O'Connell forces the issue there. So I don't know. It's an interesting spot here because, like you said, for the Eagles, they're 2-0 now. And Dallas, yes, they won last weekend, but let's not pretend like Cooper Rush is a real threat to win the division here. Correct? I mean, the Giants seem like more of a threat right now.
I have not seen the Giants look that energetic since in a long time. I mean, I could not have been more. Even if they didn't beat the Titans in week 1, just the energy of that team and the fans, and Daniel Jones looks like he's playing with a pulse. I mean, I'm watching Daniel Jones. This is the best I've seen Daniel Jones play, and I'm a Daniel Jones fan. This whole team has got a pulse around him. I love it.
New is always better, and Brian Dable is new. So
Bill Belichick is not.
The shiny new toy, Brian Dable right now has them energized. Let's see what happens when they face their first moment of adversity. I'm not writing off the Giants. I mean, their start so far has been incredible. They've won 2 games, both
the first time
close.
since they made the playoffs.
Yeah, but there have been both close games, right?
Yes.
The Panthers, I think, are the first team in NFL history to get beat in the final minutes by 55-plus yard field goals in back-to-back weeks or something like that.
Ooh.
That's insane.
Baker's not been great either for Carolina. Christian McCaffrey looked better week 2.
Baker was okay last week. First week, I mean, he led them back. He led the comeback. But Let's turn the page. Week 2 is over. Week 3 is over in the books in the college football here. And we have college football week 4.
True. And by the way, go to pick'emwars.com/podcast. You got to make your picks this week, man. I'm excited for against the spread.
I keep forgetting.
Last week, I may have gone 0-5 in the AM Drive 5. That's the first time in our show's history that I think one of us went below 2-3, actually. I don't even know if you had a 1-4 week. I was tracking it. But every other game I was good against the spread. I'm like, what am I doing here picking these games like this?
Yeah, another ho-hum 3-2 for me, but it's a winner. I'll take winners.
All right, noon Eastern. All times are Eastern. Maryland, hi Tua's brother, and number 4 Michigan. Yeah, Talia.
Do you think he went to the game last week? It was in Maryland. I wonder if he went to the game.
Yeah, not if he's playing in Michigan this week, unless he's stupid.
Well, no, last week Tua played in Baltimore, didn't he? I figured Talia went to the game.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind. Never mind.
I get it. I get it. Maryland. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. As for Michigan, though, I know UConn is bad, but Michigan's defense is pretty good this year, and they're starting this kid named J.J. McCarthy, who apparently is the second coming of Christ in Lansing, and he's or wherever they play. Ann Arbor. That's better. Sorry, Michigan fans. Do you think Michigan can win by more than 17 here? Because I'm not sure. But Tully isn't great, though.
So Talia's been good this year so far, 77% completion percentage.
Yeah.
He has as many touchdowns this season as Tua had last week. So, so I look at this game, and you have to look a little bit deeper right now because last year this is the same situation. Maryland was 3-0 or 4-0 coming into this game last year and got beat 59-18. That was
Ooh.
in Maryland, which set off a series of, I think they went 1-7 the rest of the year.
Gross.
So I'm looking at this spot here. It's finally, I know, albeit it's through injury with McNamara, who's going to be out indefinitely, but they've solidified the number one QB position, which you know my philosophy, and it's not just mine; it's everybody's. If you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks, and I think
Yeah, I
they
was gonna
figured
say.
out that JJ McCarthy is the better chance to win, better example, better the number one quarterback here. That
Mhm.
all being said, you're right. They're riding high. Maryland's riding high, coming into Michigan, the number 4 team, coming off a 59-0 victory. I think the train keeps rolling here. I don't love laying 17. I'm hoping maybe a lot of Maryland money comes in late. So maybe you can get it, 16
16
and
and
a
a half.
half, 15, 16, something like that. But I think Michigan wins this game by 3 touchdowns or more. I think what we haven't looked at is the fact that, yes, you look at who Michigan's played. They've played what? Hawaii, UConn, and I think some other, slapstick comedy program.
Right.
But they are currently at a scoring rate of 166-17 in 3 games. I mean, I understand that, like I
If
said,
Iowa
you've
had an
beaten up
offense,
on.
they'd be good too.
That's another one. That's a team laying 8 on the road this week. That might be in my AM Drive 5 this week. Look out for that tomorrow. They should not be laying 8 to anybody, especially on the road. Anyways, I don't see it here with Maryland. I understand this is. I don't want to just write it off as a repeat of last year, but I think people are. I mean, you look at like what we have right now. You have Georgia, you have Alabama, you have who's the number 3 team? Ohio
Ohio
State.
State.
And then after that, it seems like, and maybe a little deserved from Clemson, but like it just seems like there's that huge shelf of drop off that we're not giving Michigan their credit here.
Mm.
I mean, it's okay that Alabama beats Utah State 59 to whatever, but it's not okay that Michigan beats UConn 59-0. Like, are they the best team in the nation? No, but I think they can beat Maryland by 3 touchdowns.
I know we're going to get to Bama later, but you make a good point because do you know what Bryce Young did against Louisiana Monroe? He threw.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
I'm just saying though, like this JJ McCarthy guy checks notes, 88.2% completion percentage. I know it's a small sample size, but he's hitting his guys. And Bryce Young struggled against Texas and then threw 2 picks against Monroe.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I understand, Bama's still an elite team. I don't think we're giving Michigan their credit. But I mean, obviously, it's a long season. We'll see how it all shakes out. But right now, if we're 3 weeks into the season and we are, first of all, ranking shouldn't exist. I know I say this every year. Ranking shouldn't exist for the first
Because
probably 2
now
months.
Notre Dame against Ohio State looks stupid. I agree.
It does now. Yeah, I mean, like the number 5 team in the nation. They're definitely not the number 5 team in the nation. But anyways, yeah, I think Michigan gets a comfortable win here, 3 to 4 touchdowns.
I dig it. Let's get to 3-0 Clemson against 3-0 Wake Forest. And Wake Forest, they understand what's at stake here. I think their coach was quoted as saying, "Hey, Clemson's still the big dog, so we obviously know who they are." DJ Uiagalelei. There we go. He's got 662 yards, just 65% of his passes. Wake quarterback Sam Hartman, I don't know if you've seen this, is going to pass 10,000 career passing yards unless Clemson defense is out of this world. Like he's 109 yards away from 10,000 career passing yards in college. Very good feat. I believe it's the most right now in college football. I mean, I went through the list. I was like, wow. Do you think Wake Forest gets the upset here? Because I don't know if Clemson has the offense. You can be defense all you want to, but you have to have an offense at some point.
So I think Clemson has a decent enough offense to definitely win this game. However, I will be taking Wake Forest plus the points. It's at home for them. It's a big game. If they want to make some noise in college football this year, which again, the ACC, even though Clemson's number 5, still theoretically is a down conference. I know that Miami was up there too. They were number 12 or something like that, whatever they were, but then they went down to A&M and got beat.
Oh, I don't even talk about that game.
But yeah, Sam Hartman will pass 10,000 yards. He will get 109 yards today or tomorrow, whatever, or Saturday, whatever day it is. My days are all messed up. You say the Tigers don't have an offense, but they're averaging 41 points a game. I mean, it's not like they're.
Yeah, but
I don't think they're playing. I mean, they've played Georgia Tech, which they shut out. The question really is, I like Wake. I like the under in this game. The question is, if Wake lets this thing get out of hand, as far as like they're not keeping pace with Clemson defensively, then yes, this could be a problem for Wake Forest. I still like the under in this game and Wake Forest plus the points.
I like the under. I would take that more than the plus points, actually. Because let's say, Clemson does get a win here by 10 points. It still means the under probably hits. So I like it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Wake Forest defense is averaging 24 points a game. So if they can keep on their trajectory or their trend and match wits with Clemson, because I don't think Clemson's going to give Wake Forest too much. I think we're probably looking at a game in the 20s. And I think we might look at one of the most exciting games in this weekend's slate right here.
27, 24, 28, 24 up. Take it both ways.
Something along those lines. Yeah, 24, 23, something like that. Real close game.
Even better.
I think we're going to get a close game. I know last year Clemson beat them up pretty bad, but I think this is a different team.
Agreed. And as for the Clemson being number 5, I feel like the college football has this tendency to just hold on to teams that were good 3 years ago. I feel like just because Dabo's a good coach for a couple years, all of a sudden it's like they're automatically like a top 5 team every week. I don't agree with that.
Well, they're a blue blood. It's the same as a lot of these teams. Like that's why preseason rankings are ridiculous. Like if you didn't have preseason rankings, like who would you like? We don't every week we do our top 5. Clemson's not even in it.
Yep. Have you seen This Day in Sports clips on Twitter? The same guy who runs Freezing Cold Takes?
I don't think so, no.
Apparently, this is like good nostalgia for you. Matt Stafford beat number 16 Alabama yesterday in 2007. How would you like to see a number 16 Alabama?
Well, that was like the first 2007. I don't even know if Saban was there yet. It might have been his first year there.
Right. I'm telling you, man, that was wild. I was like, someone made a comment. That's a good point.
Yeah, when's the last time you even saw him out of the top 10?
Yeah, I'm saying 10 is 16. Woohoo! That would have been a good year. Okay.
Yeah, 2007 was Saban's first year.
Same day Mike Gundy went off and said, I'm 40. I'm a man.
Oh, today was I'm a man, I'm 40?
Yesterday was that day, too.
Or yesterday.
2007, yeah.
So that was, now he's a man, he's 55 or whatever.
Yes. Oh.
Jeez.
All right.
We're getting old, man. We're getting old. I
know. I hate it. 3:30 Eastern, number 20, Florida, number 11, Tennessee. Aaron, I've got some bad news for Florida Gators fans, man. And I tweeted this out, too, so it's not just me, talking, hoping nobody watches the show. Anthony Richardson. Remember week 1 when he's just, on top of the world because they beat Utah and Florida Gators fans were chomp this. Well, now the Gators, they're 2-1. They've lost a game since then. He has still thrown no touchdowns.
Correct.
Completing 52% of his passes. He has a QBR, if I remember my notes correctly, that is like lower than the quarterback at UMass. That's not good. And as for Tennessee, they've got Hendon Hooker, who looks pretty good back-to-back seasons now. I think Tennessee wins this game by 2 touchdowns or more at home.
Yeah, this one's tough. I'm leaning towards the home team as well with Tennessee. I mean, this is a rivalry that has ceased becoming a rivalry the last 17 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't remember the days of Peyton Manning and T. Martin when Tennessee was a powerhouse.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah.
Like Tennessee, many people forget that Tennessee was Alabama. Like Tennessee was what Alabama is today. They were consecutively like national championship contenders, the cream of the class in the SEC. Anyways, this rivalry, 16 of the last 17 games have been won by Florida.
Yeah.
So this is turned. However, as much as I don't want to give credit is due, Josh Heupel has left UCF for greener pastures at Tennessee, and he has thrived. He is Hendon Hooker, who has just played out of his mind right now, and I believe that Tennessee probably can win this game by, I'm going to say 14 to 17 points in this spot. Like you're right, with Anthony Richardson, the thing I like about Anthony Richardson is, no, he has not thrown any touchdowns, but he has found ways to win football games. Like, I understand they should not have been down to South Florida. I get it. But he found a way, the gritty way, to come back and get in this game. This is what scares me about it. Anthony Richardson is not a good quarterback, as quarterbacks are defined as far as passing. He's 52% completion percentage, 400 yards, 4 picks. But he can find a way to win and be in ball games. And despite me saying all that, I still think Tennessee will beat them. But that's where the backdoor scares me. Laying 10 in an SEC rivalry matchup
With top 20 teams
is never something you love to be involved in. But I think you're right. I think Tennessee's head and shoulders the better team. The question I have is defense. Can Tennessee play defense? Because I think Florida can play defense.
Oh yeah, I agree. They're nasty. They're kind of scary defensively. Actually, they're pretty good.
So I mean, 62 is a lot of points too. I don't see Florida really getting more than 20, 24. So if you're telling me that Tennessee's going to score 40, I don't know if I buy it.
And the fact that this game could go, so if Florida wins or even comes close to winning, this might be a defensive battle.
Correct. I think Florida needs to play incredible defense to make this a game.
I think they're going to make it nasty, which I could see, which why the under might hit.
Yeah, I'd still lay the 10.5 as well. I don't know if I'd love it. This might be an interesting teaser spot.
When they win by 3 or 2.5 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it down a little bit because if they win by a touchdown, and you can tease it through that 7 number, and maybe tease the over up or the under, I guess, to tease the under up to like 68, 69.
Oh, I dig that. I can see why you like teasers so much. As for Florida, they got curb stomped by Kentucky. I feel like Tennessee's better than Kentucky. Am I fair on saying that?
Yeah, but I mean, transitive properties, again, don't always work. But I believe that the hype, I mean, Tennessee's got a good team. This is a very large conference victory if they can pull it out. Because don't forget, they've got to play Georgia this year. I mean, do they think they can beat Georgia? Probably not, but
Georgia's defense, but I don't know if we've seen Georgia's defense against a good team yet. Like Bo Nix has never been good against Georgia, so I don't know. I'm still skeptical about Georgia's defense if they're still all the time.
Right, and that may be a fair assessment. My point being is that like if Tennessee wants to have a shot to play in the SEC championship game, they definitely can't lose to this one.
Where is that game though?
The SEC championship game?
No, Tennessee and Georgia.
I'm gonna guess it's in Georgia this year, but I don't know for sure.
Just like Alabama's got, 3-0 Vanderbilt at home. That's convenient too.
Well, they got to play their schedule, don't they? I mean, they got to play the schedule.
Are they ever on the road against Vanderbilt? There's no way.
Yeah, they're always every other year.
When Vanderbilt sucks, though, yeah, sure.
Vanderbilt sucks every year.
They're 3-0. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, they've played Hawaii and a bunch of bums. Let's see. Looking at the Tennessee schedule here, real quick with Georgia, it's in Athens. So, they got Alabama and LSU coming up too. So Tennessee. Wow, Tennessee's got a tough schedule. LSU, Alabama, they got Kentucky and Georgia. Woo, that's a gauntlet right there.
They beat Florida.
If they don't beat Florida, they can kiss this. I think the season might be over. And the season may be over in 2 weeks against Alabama or in 2 months against Georgia. But the point is you don't want it to be over in September.
I might put some mucho dinero on that Tennessee-Alabama game, actually. That sounds... Where's that game at? In Bryant-Denny or?
No, that game's in Tennessee.
I'm gonna leave that alone for a few weeks, but that sounds pretty good to me.
Maybe so.
The money
We'll
line
see.
might be nice. Okay. Number 10, Arkansas. That's me sawing. And number 23, Texas.
What are you sawing with, rubber?
Number 23, A&M. Listen, I'm sorry, Jimbo Fisher. I completely understand because Tyler Van Dyke, apparently, when he doesn't have his number one wide receiver, whoever that is, he doesn't know how to throw a football. Miami was horrible in College Station. I don't think KJ Jefferson will be as bad because it's an SEC game, but I don't know if I want anything about this game.
It's funny you mention it. It's a tough one. It's really tough. Like, don't forget, we're not letting Arkansas off the hook here because, I mean, they were playing Missouri State and they needed every bit of resource to come back in that game.
I love the term looking ahead. Oh, they were looking ahead. No, they weren't. They got pumped.
I mean, you could look at it like they think they're going to walk into this game and not have to play football, which, I mean, they ended up having to play some football. You don't think teams look ahead? I think more than ever with the egos in college football.
And the social media works too.
And the social media, how everybody's telling you you're going to dunk on this team. I think more than ever they look ahead.
But I still feel like that's like, what, 5%? I think when a team plays you and punches you around the field and they barely lose to you, I bet you give credit to that team. Oh, they were looking ahead. That's convenient. Shoot.
But that's the thing. I mean, like Missouri State against like most teams would not be involved. They wouldn't. They wouldn't be in a game. But you walk in, you don't really get going for a couple of quarters, and all of a sudden you're down. I think they were down 21-0 at one point. I think Arkansas
they came back.
Or they were down 17-0.
That's a little piggy.
Yeah, they were down 17-0. Like the number 10 team in the country doesn't let Missouri State get up on them 17-0.
Oh, so you're saying A&M might win this one by 7 or 10 then?
No, I'm not saying that at all. Actually, I kind of like Arkansas in this game.
I was going to say Arkansas.
This is a neutral site game. This game's in Jerry World.
Oh, Arkansas's going to have fans there too.
Of course. Well, they got the biggest fan, Jerry Jones, Arkansas alum. But, yeah, this one's tough. I mean, this is going to be a battle of strength versus strength. I mean, the Razorbacks are offensive-minded. They can put up points, as we saw. And then Texas A&M, they're only giving up 8.7 points a game. So this is a big matchup, especially in the SEC West. See what happens here with these two teams. I think Arkansas comes out with the victory, but I'm probably not landing. I'm probably just going to enjoy the game here.
I'm going to put some money line because it might be good enough for a sprinkle.
Like Max Johnson didn't look phenomenal, but he was good enough to beat Miami. But I think KJ Jefferson is like a low-key. He's not going to win a Heisman, but he might get some clout, some talk.
Ooh. You know, Oklahoma almost made the list today. Your guy, Dylan Gabriel, is pretty good. I mean, I didn't know he could run like that.
He didn't used to run like that. That's a new kind of wrinkle for him. But the good thing for Dylan Gabriel is he's got his old OC from UCF, and they're working together. So they got a lot of cohesiveness right now. But
now it's Drake May, CJ Stroud, Stetson Bennett, and in my opinion, Dylan Gabriel. Caleb Williams too. Caleb Williams is having an insane year. Huh?
Who is Drake May? Help me out.
Oh, he's the Tennessee. He's a North Carolina kid that's been insanely. I think he's a freshman.
Oh, the quarterback. That's right. Yeah.
I was looking at his stats too. You should check my Twitter out. Drake May's an insane prospect.
Do you know his brother is?
Luke.
Yeah.
See, I put this part of my thread. He went undrafted, then got cut by a G League team like 3 months later, and has been average basketball player internationally at best.
Yeah, that's probably true. But he, I remember he's best known for winning the national title and then showing up for his 8 a.m. class the next day.
That's so stupid. That's a dumb thing to be known for.
Oh, I mean, hey, hopefully he got an education out of the ride.
I'm still old enough to remember when Andrew Luck almost missed game 1 of his career because he was trying to graduate Stanford.
Hey, priorities, man.
Oh. It's not football. Yeah. Saturday at 9:30 at night. Number 7, U.S. Sizzle. I'm calling them U.S. Sizzle now. Against Oregon State. I just got a really weird headache. Oregon State's actually undefeated. They're 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams are 3-0 against the spread, if that tickles your fancy. Caleb Williams, by the way, 4th in the FBS with a 93.1 QBR. Has 10 total touchdowns with no turnovers. Full disclosure, I thought Jake Hayner was going to be able to help me with the 74 until he just obliterated his leg off, like got his leg cut off mid-game. So that was just wrong. That was just not fair for me or for your Fresno State plus money there.
Yeah, that sucked.
But I think USC is going to kill Oregon State. I don't know why they're only getting it's 6.5, but they're going to kill them.
Well, this game's in my AM Drive AM Drive 5. This is going to be a good matchup. I think a lot of people on the East Coast are going to miss it, unfortunately.
Nah.
Well, it's 6:30. It's 9:30.
It's 9:30 here, yeah.
Yeah, 9:30. Yeah, so I think a lot of people on the East Coast are going to miss this one. This is going to be a good one. I think Oregon State will definitely be able to hang tough with USC, but you're right. USC can. If there's a blowout in this one, it's USC. It's not Oregon State. Like Oregon State's not blowing out USC in this way. But I think we're going to get a good matchup here.
Don't Beavers have a good defense?
Pretty good defense. The problem, they have a mutual opponent, which unfortunately can't really be
good for you.
Well, no, they have a mutual opponent, Fresno State, which can't be compared because, like you said, Jake Hayner went down.
That was so sad, man.
Yeah, I mean, they were neck and neck before
he was
Hayner
just
went
catching.
down.
He was just catching fire when that. Yeah,
I think it was like 21-13 when they went down, or 21-10 when he went down.
And it looked like it was going to be ugly early until they started getting some momentum, and then, of course, that happened.
Quite unfortunate. So, we'll see.
Oh. Other Marquee games. Marquee is my black twin brother. That was not a good joke. No. Okay, so Kent State at number 1, Georgia. Georgia's getting, that's 45. It's a lot of points. And Kent State, if it helps you any, lost 33-3 to Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma has a better offense, but their defense is not Georgia's defense, although it's getting better. 45, I'm sure. Go ahead. All power to your dogs.
I mean, you look at this. If it wasn't for a late touchdown by South Carolina, we'd be talking about a team that has given up 3 points in 3 games.
Who?
Georgia.
Spencer Rattler sucks. I remember that.
It was 45-3. They shut out another team. I forget who they shut out, but then it was that late South Carolina touchdown when it was already 48-0. I mean, they've given up 10 points in 3 games. So let's look at one side. Kent State's not getting more than 10 points. Let's just put
7.
Let's just put that in the books. The Kent State is not getting 40. Let's put them down for 7, just to be nice.
All right.
Do we think Georgia's getting 55 or what is it?
No.
Yeah, 50. I'm looking at the under here in this one. So the over 62. Do we think Georgia's getting 55 points in this game?
I think they're going to get 49 or 52.
All right, so I'm on the under.
I might do that. I might sprinkle a little bit on. I like that. Thank you for that.
I think we're looking at exactly like a 52-7 kind of game.
Cool. And that's if they score.
That's if they score, yeah.
How about 56-0? That works.
Whatever keeps them under 62 is fine with me.
Are you going to do that or no? Or are you just saying it for the show?
It's not an AM Drive 5, but it might become an AM Drive 5. I don't know. There's a lot on the cards for both NFL and NCAA. Like, I have to narrow it down, but this might be a week, like weeks 1 and 2 in the NFL, I've placed a grand total of 3 bets.
How have you done?
And I am 2-1. And in the 4 weeks, technically 5 weeks of college football, I think I've placed a grand total of 12 bets.
You're like 10-2.
8-3-1.
That sounds. I was looking at our stats for AM Drive 5 because you are definitely a college guy for sure. I don't know what it is, but you were good at college.
So far I've tended to handicap college better than the NFL. The NFL is hard, very hard.
Not for me. It's my only good sport. get the
That's what you
NBA
asked?
right. Huh?
I think you need to just swallow your pride and fade yourself. You'd be a better for it.
I'm choking on my 0-5. Hold on. Okay. 3-1 Vanderbilt. Oh, up there 3-0. 3-1 Vanderbilt. Number 2 Alabama. Aaron, 40.5 is disrespectful. I want to grab this so bad.
What was that?
I just want to grab this so bad. You don't even know what I have in my hand.
I don't. Do you have like the Vanderbilt head so you can? Oh my God!
Oh, I don't know.
I have a play on this game, but I want to
Just
see
tell
this.
me.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Ooh, this thing's rocking. It feels so good on my face. I guarantee that Vanderbilt will cover the 40.5. See you on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever you come back, so you can see it.
Fair enough.
Just tell me their
I don't
quarterback's
hate.
injured. Just tell me.
I don't hate that bet. I'm on the over in this game because I think
Of course you
Vanderbilt can put up a couple touchdowns on this Alabama team. I think Alabama's good for 45-48, and I'm thinking this game is probably 48-14. So give me the over.
Thank you.
We can both cover. Yes, and you can keep the shaving cream off your face until it's absolutely necessary when you
That
shave
stuff
like
was
what once a month.
I was cleaning it off, by the way.
What's that?
I was getting my eyes last time.
Oh, I believe it.
I cleaned
Does
it
that
off.
burn? I've never gotten shaving cream.
No,
out. Does it
because
burn?
I squinted really hard as my mom washed it out, but it was getting close. I put a lot.
Yikes. You did when you were putting it on the plate. I was like, "Damn, dude, calm down."
I was so happy. Okay. 2-1 Wisconsin and 3-0 Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State's 18.5 point favorites. The total's at 57. This ain't Wisconsin anymore, man. They have a good running game, sure, but it's not as good as it has been in the past. I'm going to go with Ohio State minus 18.5.
I want no part of this game. I want to take Wisconsin. I really do.
Wow.
But, yeah, I want to, but I'm not going to. The Wisconsin, the defense is where it's going to be. I mean, if they can play defense and run the football, I know that's been the calling card of Wisconsin for my entire life. But the thing is that they can't keep pace score with them. Eventually, the defense wears down. I don't want to lay 18.5 with Ohio State. I really don't. Last time we laid big numbers, they didn't cover with Notre Dame, So I think I would probably lean Scotty here, but Ohio State probably should get this game by 3 touchdowns.
That's fair. When we come back, Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime.
Don't be hating.
We'll talk about that next. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, shop the merchandise for $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show, the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah, you want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com.
the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
All right, and welcome back to the final segment here of the AM Drive here on this Thursday edition. Mike's laughing. He's already ready to put the shaving cream in his face, I think.
I read Sammy Ashton's text just now. That was rough.
That was pretty funny, yeah. But we are presented by Fanatics. It's very simple. There's a website right below mine and Mike's faces.
Lord.
It's called Mike and Aaron Drive. It's got everything you can think of when it comes to the AM Drive. But most importantly, when you go to that site, you go to the Fanatics logo. What do you do to that Fanatics logo?
You click it.
Click the F.
Yeah.
And when you go into that Fanatics website through MikeandAaronDrive.com, you can shop until your heart's content. Like again, NCAA and NFL are obviously in full swing, as we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. NBA and NHL coming up real soon. The MLB playoffs are right around the corner as well. So please get everything you can from Fanatics. Merchandise, memorabilia, apparel, they got it all. Click the F, start shopping Fanatics today through MikeandAaronDrive.com. And when you do that, it helps out the AM Drive tremendously. And for that,
Clap, what am I doing?
And for that, we thank you.
I'll see you guys later. Okay. Thursday night football with Al Michaels, who I'm not a fan of anymore. But hey, Kirk Herbstreit was really good last week, by the way.
I'm actually shocked that it's Kirk Herbstreit. Nothing to disrespect Kirk Herbstreit, because I think he is he's probably better as an NFL analyst than he would be as a college analyst, because his bias comes through so bad in college football. Whereas he's an Ohio State guy. He's a big blue blood guy. Anyways, we could go down that road for a
Ooh, that's true.
But point is that I think he would make a better NFL analyst. And so far, through 1 week of watching it, I think my opinion is confirmed. That being said, what do we have here? Steelers, Browns, Cleveland -4.5, total 38.5. Low number on that total, but Cleveland coming off a heartbreaking defeat to the Jets. Say that 5 times fast. A heartbreaking defeat to the Jets. Like, did you think that was going to happen? Oh, my goodness. And then you have the Steelers, of course, who lost to the Patriots last week. Part of Mike's AM Drive 5.
AM Drive 0. How about that?
Initial thoughts in this game.
So, I wish it was on Amazon Prime. That's my initial thought. As for the game, it's over there. Trubisky. This game's going to be ugly, man. And I think
Trubisky's averaging
Harris
5.1 yards per completion.
Yeah, and Najee Harris has been garbage.
Their whole offense has been garbage.
Matt Canada should move to Canada. I think I'm not going to say Steelers win because that'd be drunk of me. But I'm going to say Najee Harris gets going enough to keep this game under, because Nick Chubb's going to chub a dub, rub dub every day. That dude does not. He's insane. So I'm going to go with under.
You know, you really shouldn't say chub a dub, rub dud from a guy that plays on the same field as Deshaun Watson's going to play on here soon.
Oh, you know, I was driving on the road from work, like on the way home from work, and I saw this.
That's insensitive.
Just saying, and it's massage. I was like, oh, Deshaun Watson's coming to Georgia.
So here's a question. Since you say Najee is going to get going, his current prop total at DraftKings right now, well, pretty much across the board, but I'm looking at DraftKings specifically, is 54.5 rushing yards.
Oh.
You can't get going without going over that, right?
Yeah, no.
Now, look, let me tell you this. If this helps, Jadeveon Clowney's out. Myles Garrett is questionable.
Doesn't matter who's going to play. Yeah, I questionable stuff is just the funniest thing in the world for betting. Jadavion Clowney hasn't been good since he was drafted. I'm not a fan of his. I think he had one good hit in college and suddenly became an athletic freak of nature. Don't get it. But he doesn't move the needle. Could I see 50? Oh, that god dang. What do you think?
All right, I'll tell you. I've already made a bet on this. You can find it. It's available at AM Drive Picks. It is a teaser. You know how much I love the teasers. I've decided on a 6-point teaser. I have taken Pittsburgh up to a 10.5-point favorite. And I have taken the over down to 32.5. I think this game ends 21-17. I don't know who, but I think 21-17.
But 10-point favorite would means they have to win by 10, right?
No, they take them to a 10-point dog.
That makes more sense.
I'm gonna say it's 21-17 Cleveland. I think that's gonna be the play here. But I think you've convinced me. I think I might go over on Najee's rushing total. I think he's going to get in the neighborhood of 67 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say 65. I didn't know if I was going to put 70 or 80. That'd be nice. He was one of the best backs last year. If you look at his next-gen stats and everything, he wasn't bad last year.
Not at all. He needs to get it going. I think this is a good week to start because it's a short week. Yeah. For him to be able to run against Cleveland would be big for this offense. I mean, like Deontay Johnson. I mean, if he opens up the passing game, Deontay Johnson's the leading receiver at like 106 yards so far through 2 weeks. So it's going to be tough. I think this is a grind-it game. The only way I can really see this, which what scares me about this teaser, is the only blowout option is the Browns. I don't think the Steelers are going to blow them out.
Oh, yeah, blowout option is definitely the Browns.
So it's going to be interesting. You got to play on this?
I like Kevin Stefanski a lot. I mean, he's doing a good job with a bunch of nothing, no matter who's the quarterback.
Okay.
I'm going to go Cleveland wins by 3 or 6. That helps your thing. And I'm going to say
both of those help mine. So
I'm going to say it stays under.
Stays under the 38. As long as it stays over the 32, I'm good.
I can see this game being 24-3 in favor of Cleveland, honestly.
I just don't see a blowout. You don't see a lot of blowouts on these Thursday night games.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, let's talk about it because real quick. I feel like Mike Tomlin, he's the rah-rah coach, and he hasn't missed the playoffs in God knows how long. Something about this year, I said it before the season, seems a bit off. Like they're trying to groom Kenny Pickett behind the scenes. They got Trubisky, who's trying to find himself and has not found a mountain yet. They've got something that isn't right. TJ Watt's out still. This could be the night they get blown out.
This would be I think, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm looking at a schedule. I don't have the under.
Oh, that's right. But you also have a 10-point dog. That's not good.
This is a must-win, I think, for Pittsburgh. Looking at their schedule. If they can win this one, beat the Jets, they go into the first quarter 3-1, which is huge.
That'd be nasty.
And then it's murderer's row. Bills, Bucks, Dolphins, Eagles, Saints, Bengals, Colts.
Every last one of those teams can outscore them.
Except the Colts. They can't outscore anybody. Maybe
good.
So. Here's another question. I'll let you just play the what-if game here.
Okay.
Pittsburgh loses to the Browns and either barely beats or loses to the Jets. Is it Kenny Pickett time?
According to Steelers Nation, yeah, but no.
I think Steelers Nation probably already thinks it's Kenny Pickett time after 2 weeks.
Oh, ever since he was drafted, it's Kenny Pickett. Aaron, I don't know if he's even better than Trubisky. I'm serious about that. I made that point on Tuesday. I am not sure if this guy's arm is even bigger than Trubisky's arm. And that's saying, I may be a Trubisky supporter. I'm not a Trubisky analyst and just, wow, he's so incredible.
So my question to you, why do arms have to be huge? They don't have to throw 60-yard bombs down the field.
We know Tom Brady. We understand that.
Okay, Tom Brady had the longest pass in the NFL last year. You even said it on your mic in 10.
That's
longest.
You listened to that. Thank you.
I did listen to it. You even said it on your mic in 10. He had the longest air pass in the NFL last year, so I don't want to hear it. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap up the Thursday show here. Hopefully we have educated you, helped you make some informed decisions when you're betting this weekend. Good luck on your college bets. We'll have the AM Drive 5 tomorrow with our college and pros. Mike's got the shaving cream out. He's already ready for Bama to stomp on Vanderbilt. Don't forget, tomorrow we got some big matchups in the NFL. Chiefs, Colts. Bills, Dolphins. Ooh, that could be good. Packers, Bucks. Just some of the games we're going to preview. And, of course, don't forget tomorrow, our AM Drive Spaces at AM Drive TV at, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Mike will be there. I'm 90% confirmed to be there as well. I have a golf outing tomorrow, which may take me past 4 or may not. I'm not sure. We'll see. Point being is that tomorrow is fantasy, or what is it? Friday Football Frenzy. So make sure you're tuning into both the AM Drive and the AM Drive TV Spaces. And, of course, visit MikeandAaronDrive.com for our sponsors, shop, socials, and YouTube, and many more. Everything up there you can think of for the AM Drive is found at MikeandAaronDrive.com. So for Michael Carvelis, I am Aaron Crouch saying happy Thursday to you all. Enjoy the football game tonight, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And, of course, as always,